Hi everyone, welcome to DIY Ideas. Today I want to show you a really pretty colorful scarf. Today we're going to be knitting it instead of crocheting it. And you can see here the awesome colors that we have, the structure of it as well. And if you want to see how you can do this all by yourself, then stay tuned. I'm going to get right to it. So today we're using the Lion Brand Yarns Landscapes, and you can see the awesome colors that we have here today. And yeah, we have kind of a silvery shade, all kinds of different colors, blue, greenish shades, pink. And yeah, there's a lot on here, so let's get started right away. So I have here everything that we're gonna need. We're gonna take the metal out, and as far as the size goes, I have my 8mm knitting needles today with a line in between. So this is recommended for a needle size 6mm. And I want to have it a little bit looser, so I'm going to use a little bit bigger size. Here you can see all of the colors that we have. Yeah, pretty nice. So you can see kind of what you can expect. And yeah, if you want this color, it's called Wildflowers 209. And yeah, let's get started. So here is the middle. This was pretty easy to find, and let's find the very beginning. Okay, so I'll make everything a little bit neater on here and then we can get started. So I have about 30 to 40 centimeters left on my left side, and then I'm gonna do a slip knot and we're gonna get started. So let's do a couple of stitches here. So I'm going to show you how you can do this. So I do it twice around my index finger, once around my thumb, and then I just keep twisting like this to get my stitches on here. I also have a separate video on how to do this in detail if you're new to this. Or you can follow on here. I'm going to keep doing it a little bit slower than usual so that you can follow. So underneath and then above, and then you have your stitch done. And yeah, just make sure you don't have your stitches too tight on here. And let me see how many I have. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so I have 12 stitches and I need 18 more, so I want 30 total. So here are my 30 stitches. Now we can get started with the first row. So we have here the working thread and a little bit of the beginning that we left. So let me just get them straight and then we can get started. There we go, so working thread goes behind the needle. And then the first stitch we're gonna go in from the front like this, and we're just gonna transfer it onto our working needle. So that's always the empty needle. And then we're gonna do a knit stitch here. So that's the second stitch. Then we're putting the yarn in front of the needle and we're going in from the front and we're doing a purl stitch. And then we're going to keep changing, so it's going to be a knit stitch and a purl stitch, and then again a knit stitch and a purl stitch. There we go. So we're just going to keep going like this for the entire first row. So always a knit stitch and then after that a purl stitch and keep repeating. So now I have just one stitch left over, and that one we're doing knitwise, and that way we have our first row already done. So now I'm going to turn so that my empty needle is in my right hand, and then we're going to start again. So I'm going to do, or I'm not going to do a stitch here, I'm just going to transfer it onto my other needle. And now I'm going to do every stitch just as I see it. So when I see a knit stitch, I'm going to do a new knit stitch. And when I see a purl stitch, I'm going to do another purl stitch. And I'm going to keep doing that. So we always start with a knit stitch and then purl stitch, and then we keep switching. So now we're done with the second row, and you can already kind of see the structure on the little ends that we have on the little tail. So you see here we're going to have this ribbed-like pattern, and it's going to look really pretty. So for now we're still at the green section, but we're going to have a color change at some point. So I'm going to keep working on this, and I'm going to show you how to start the next row, although it's again the same thing as we did so far, so you already know what to do. So we're switching hands again, and then we're going to transfer the first stitch without doing anything to it. There we go, and then we keep going just like so far. Knit stitch, purl stitch, knit stitch, and purl stitch. And you may notice a little bit of blue incoming. I'll be back with an update. So after a while, this is what I have, and you can see many different color changes here. So we started with the greenish, and then we have the blue, then again a little bit of green, and now we have something between green, yellow, and brown, I'd say. So yeah, now the next colors that are gonna come are the purple, and I'm really excited for the pink section as well. So stay tuned for a whole update when I do the entire scarf. So I still have some yarn to go, but I'll be back with an update. So after I've done the entire ball, this is what I have. So I'm going to show you how you can cast your stitches off so that you can finish off your project. So the first one we just transfer to the other needle, the next one we do knitwise, and then we just pull the first one over the second one. There we go. And then we're going to keep going like that. So it's always knit stitch, pull over it, and that's it. And when you do a couple of stitches, you're going to be able to notice the V's on top. So that kind of mimics the chains that we started with on the beginning. So that way we have a very similar beginning and end. So I'm just going to keep going like this until I have no more stitches on my needles, and you can already see what this looks like. So I'll be back as soon as I'm done. So here's one loop on my needle. I'm going to pull that out and tighten it just a little bit. There we go. And that's it. So this is our last round. So all that we have to do now is weave in the beginning thread and the end thread, and apart from that we're pretty much done. So you can see how stretchy this is. It really looks great. I love the colors and I love how flexible and elastic this is. So this is due to the pattern itself, but also due to the yarn a little bit. The cool thing is it looks the same in the front as it does in the back, so you're not going to be able to notice the difference no matter from which side you're wearing it, so to speak. So yeah, here are all of the colors. We ended with kind of a pinkish shade here, which I really love, and it's super soft. It's definitely going to keep you warm, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to shoot a thumbs up to let us know you did. You can also subscribe to our channel, and if you click on the notification bell, you'll always get notified every time we post something new. So thanks for watching. See you in our next project. Bye!